interesting. Glad I could help.
Okay, it helps when you're streaming to have your microphone set to your recording device and plugged in properly. Professional streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Professional streamer. Okay. So, for the VOD viewers, apologies for the quiet intro here. But how's she going, my son? Welcome back to Project Ascension. Yeah. Thanks, Knack, for giving me the heads up. I would have been talking to a wall pretty much for who knows how long without noticing. Yes, okay. I did mention, while I was unfortunately not properly broadcasting my voice, that Kappa, the whole YouTube legal thing, spooked me a little bit on doing anything. But I decided to just say screw it, because I'm not monetized. So they don't really have any power over me anyway, so... Because, I mean, I'm not making... Not to mention, like, a whole bunch of other legalities about how, like, technically the end user is not gathering the data that got YouTube in trouble. And, yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. Long story short, I was spooked for nothing. And I'm back. Also, the fact that this stream is not meant for those of that Kappa would be protecting anyway, because, well, for one thing, I really don't care. If, you know, a child should not be watching this stream because I am an adult, and I say and do adult things. Obviously nothing that violates YouTube terms of service, and or Twitch. But, you know, I cuss. I talk about lady bits. I talk about politics and adult, mature issues. You know, things a child doesn't really need to be worrying about. So, yeah, I would rather have a stream that's... Honestly, I'd rather have a stream that's seen by less people, but not have to, like, neuter myself in order to do it. Outlaws disagreement. That was funny. But yeah, I'd rather... Whispers. Heck. Wiener. Yeah, I gotta admit, my language isn't that bad, but you know, I am a Newfoundlander. I do swear like a sailor when the situation calls for it. Guess we'll go in loud. Not like I have a stealth option, really. I'm going to assume Buddy Boy is either in this fortress or in the mine in the back there. For the Samouflage quest. God, it's been years since I've done this quest. Because even all the time I was playing Project Ascension, I never bothered with this, because this takes way too long when you're leveling at, like, triple speed. Like, even just like the server default, it's so, you know, it's so much faster, it's just not worth your time. But now that we're running at Resolute speed, which is the normal World of Warcraft times 1, I can take my time. Or should have a disadvantage roll for stealth. Nah, man. You don't see the good ones coming, that's why. It's like the Tauren rogues. That's why we can't play them, they're too stealthy. You try to roll up your character and it just disappears. Semiflange manual page. Oh. Oh, do I just have to murder things to get the pages? Oh, okay. I thought I had to hit a specific target. Okay. Sort of like the Stranglethorn Veil thing you get later. Man, I'm out of anti-venom. Oh well. Huh. Wonder what that's for. Besides, wasn't that famous, like, half Draenei, half Orc lady a rogue? I don't remember her name. Garona? I think that was her name, yeah. Yes, Garona Half-Orcan. Yes, the name now, like, clicks in my head now that I know what the other half of it. Wait, as in... Yeah, I was gonna say, that... I think you got the wrong timeline there, pal. Ooh, mana potion. Don't mind if I do. She killed Varian's dad. Yeah, like her lore, a lot of her starting lore was like Warcraft 2 stuff. Like way back in the day. How many of those pages do I have now? I only have the one? I only have the one. You know, this would go so much easier for you guys if you just gave me the pages. Anything to do with Corona. I only caught, like, the very opening of that recently. And, like, it just made me think, why don't Warlocks have healing spells? You know, powered by life stolen from other people, but, like... You know, like, that opening scene where... I believe it's Gul'dan, right? Yeah. It's Gul'dan, he, the child is born, and I believe it's stillborn, but then he, like... He sucks the life out of that, deer, and gives it to the newborn, and then it starts crying. Because Warlocks are selfish, duh. I'm not! I want to give everyone all the goodness. Even if I have to take it from somebody else first. Although, in all seriousness, I love that mechanic of... I love the, like, life-costing healing mechanic. That was Thrall? Okay, I didn't actually pay attention to the movie. And, like, well, because, like, I only really watched, like, the very opening of it, and then I went off to do something else, because I'm terrible at watching movies. I'm just, like, really bad at watching movies. I have to, like... it's something of a newsworthy event if I'm willing to sit down and watch a movie. Let's put it that way. Besides, I already like knew all the lore from that anyway because I know my old Warcraft lore. Damn it. There we go. Oh, jeez. Hello. Hello, gentlemen. Oh, dear. Anything to do with the orcs, brilliant, watch good. Anything to do with the humans, boring, boring. You sure that's just not your horde bias talking? A bias I understand fully, but, you know. You gotta know your bias when you have it. That's my glue. Gotta take a break here for a quick second. Get rid of all the poison. No, I'm serious. The orcs were gorgeous to look at. The scenes were more interesting. The human scenes were dull as dirt. Yeah, I will admit the orcs were pretty cool. Now, that movie is entirely CG, right? That has, like, no live action bit to it. If I remember correctly. Oh, you're the guy. Yeah, you're the guy I thought I needed to kill to do this quest. Okay, yeah, so I do need to murder more people and get... No, it's not. Humans are live action, orcs are CG. Okay. Yeah, they probably could have just made the whole thing CG and it probably would have went over better. Flowers! What was it? It said like 1% of your health and mana per second? That's not bad. I mean, it certainly helps downtime. Just having lots of random heals happening. Jesus. I swear on this server the mobs book it when they get to runaway state. Where normally they would just start like walking away on like retail. On this server they just fucking leg it. Oof, them big earth shocks. Oh, hey, another lay staff. Neat. Maybe this one has a better enchant? No. Nope. I will drink that, though. Gotta wonder why all these dudes with no spells have mana potions, but whatever. Oh, it sounds like I should sit down and watch this movie, honestly. Or at least, as you put it, the orc bits. Damn, those crits. The actress that plays Garona didn't do a bad job, but Jesus, her costume and makeup made her look like a lazy green skin alien from Shatner-era Star Trek. So, like, she was a live actress even though she was an orc. Because she was half-orc and they wanted to make her look more human. Or just less orc, I guess. Oh, there's another page. Ow. All these freaking brains. Really, that bad, huh? Put green body paint on the actress, give her orc fangs, call it a day. I mean, to be fair, the way orc females are done in World of Warcraft is pretty much that, except they're always buff women. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm okay with this, but... don't really have any more to add to that thought. Something I've come to terms with is the fact that for women, I'm basically just a slut. I like pretty much any woman who has even remote self-care in mind. You know? If they bother to put on the effort to look good, basic shape be damned, I'm usually in love with them. Do I have my preferences? Yes. But I also realize that those preferences aren't ironclad when it comes to women. When you're not streaming, listening to the Beastie Boys girls. Man, how many more of these pages do I need? One more, okay. And Badoop. I'm pondering if I should invest in Earthshock's cooldown to be reduced. I mean, I probably should, but it's only for the one ability. Metzen has a brief blink and you'll miss it cameo in the Warcraft movie. I'm not surprised. I mean, he is Thrall. Or was Thrall. Does Thrall have a new VA now? Like, how does that work? Because Metzen isn't actually with Blizzard anymore, is he? God, I really need some kind of mana economy ability. Well, I mean, Life Tap is good, but it's, God, that stupid, like, healer balance cooldown horse crap is really getting to me. No, Metzen still swings by Blizzard to record lines as Thrall, but he's pretty much retired other than that. Okay. Makes sense. Stretchy, stretchy. Ugh. I really hope Blizzard gets their act together a bit with this whole China thing. Like, I understand, they're a business, they want to make money, but, like, and I'm not just saying, oh, they're selling out their principles and, like, just kind of baselessly implying that their principles are worth more than money to them. But surely they understand that, you know, selling out their principles on such a public scale like that, like, not exactly good for business, if you know what I mean. Like,
You are not prepared.
like, honestly, I was, like, probably gonna get, I was gonna consider getting Classic, but after this whole Blizzard China thing, I want none of my money to enter their pockets. Because they don't deserve it. You know? And it's just like, it's not that they don't deserve it because they make crap product, although their influence from their Chinese overlords has been showing, along with Activision, but seems like they're on the right path again, though, with at least with the game design. I mean, you know, could be wrong. But the, you know, like, just the business practices bother me. Oh, there we go, finally. Okay, so where does this go? Back to Orgrimmar. Cool. That means I can ride off into the sunset. Back to Orgrimmar. Turn that in and sell a bunch of stuff because all that killing filled my bags up again. It's a bit of a funny guild name. Wonder if we'll get any other Titan buffs. Oh, they buffed a buff. When you gain a crafting experience, gain a stacking movement speed and profession speed buff? Excuse me? I wonder if I benefit from that even though I'm an Iron Man. Let's find out. I don't think so. Oh well. Well, that's an unfortunate word. Well, to be fair, yeah. I think that was less, the buffs themselves and, like, more, like, some, like, day one line of code error that they've clearly fixed now. You know, kind of wish they tested that during the stress test, but oh well. Give it time, they got it all worked out. Because I remember back in the day when things didn't really work in World of Warcraft. It always took so long for any sort of turnover on things getting fixed. And some things just never did. But, like, part of the frustration with that, I think, was just that the rollover time. You know, if players saw a problem, and it was a problem that was fairly obviously a problem, they, you know, Blizzard took the corporate, you know, we listening to your concerns response to the issue, aka don't really do fuck all for God knows how many months. I mean, not to mention Blizzard back in the day. I don't know as much now, but back in the day, I know that they were also very reinvent the wheel happy. Which, don't get me wrong, every now and again, it's not that bad for a video game to do that, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel to solve every problem. There's plenty of other...
I help you with?
There's plenty of other solutions that can be done without having to completely gut your game's class system or engine or whatever every single time. And if I think that there's still that rock in the Barrens that if Blizzard coders move it, they'll destroy the world. So, like, here's the thing, though. Is that still there in the Cataclysm, or, like, the post-Cataclysm Azeroth? Or is that one of the reasons why they caused the Cataclysm, so they could just wholesale replace the Barrens to get rid of that world lodestone rock? That causes unspeakable destruction if it's ever bothered with.
What do you need?
I don't need you. Could put you on that bar. Sell you, sell you, sell you. Wait, hang on. Blech. Ooh, hello. No, okay. Got excited for nothing. 2018. Got that. No, got that. Got that. And that. And that. Sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Sell. No. Okay.
Be safe.
Go turn in the Semiflange quest. So what's the story with that rock anyway? Out of curiosity, like, was that like some malicious bit of code put in that, you know, some angry programmer put in to, like, just basically flip off the company? Or, like, is there, like, some kind of just critical error that, like, as long as you ignore it, it doesn't cause problems kind of thing? You know, like a duct tape over a really messed up, like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Like a duct taped, like, basically just like a jury-rigged system that works, just don't breathe on it too hard. I think that's Russian. Is that Russian? Might be Russian. I mean, Russian typed with English characters.
Yeah.
Wait. Arcanite Reaper, but it also rolls random stats? What? Oh shit, that's awesome. I guess we'll get the screwdriver.
Keep it real.
Duct tape, string, and hope. Yeah, pretty much. The occasional blood sacrifice. You know how it is. Watchtower Northern Barrens, Deep Moss Spider Eggs. Yeah, this counts as a Barrens quest, but it's in the Stone Talon Mountains, which is weird. Stone Talon Mountains. And that's down south again. You know what? I think we go back to Stone Talon now. Yeah, sounds about right. Should I buy another bag? Yeah, I should. I've only got 8 slaughter left. I should make it a 10. Not like I'm using the gold for anything else. I mean, I need to get money for an epic mount once I hit 60, but I mean, 1, that's not a guaranteed. I could die. You know, knock on wood. And 2, that's a long ways off yet. So, it's not something I really need to worry about. So, in the meantime, bag space ahoy.
Oh,
Could get a huge. Oh man, that's 8. That's way too much. Like, okay, if 6 slots cost you 425 silver, double that, it's like almost 7 times it increased to get to 8 slots. So that's a lot. And then to get to 2 more slots, it also costs an additional gold 50. And then it costs a flat out, like, 6 gold to get another 2 slots? Like, good lord.
go forth to victory.
Talk about inflation. I mean, I guess they expect at the point you have the bigger bag, or you have the need for the bigger bags, you have the moolah to pony up for them, but not usually how that works out. I had a feeling that was going to happen eventually. You don't poke around like that without having someone get interested.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, sell this thing. I just did the 7 days to die thing where you click on the bag in your inventory to sort it. God damn it. Okay, if I go to Stone Talon... Where is it? There we go. Yes. So yeah, going back to the Stone Talon flight path would be my best bet for optimum movement.
Sung. For the Horde.
Take a sip of my drink. Battlefield brown, exile blue, mix. What are you doing with your paint there? Somehow I'm not surprised people who make fell-touched heroes are, like, bloodthirsty killers. Getting a shade for dark brown boots. God, I gotta admit, I am a plebeian when it comes to model painting. I don't think I'll ever get any better than paint by numbers. You know, just like, you know, doing the paint job it recommends, but like maybe using a different color. Like I don't think I can ever like make I don't think I could ever like make colors and apply them, but you never know. Maybe I haven't put a lot of time into it, so if I do put more time into it, maybe it'll be better. This is a ton of practice I've had. Yeah, that's the thing. What's that saying? Talent is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration? Something to that effect? P3 mixing guide 2. Yeah, doesn't help, doesn't hurt. You know, nothing worse for creativity than good lord. So much violence today. You know, it's nothing's worse for creativity than a blank slate. If you're hearing Discord beeps, my apologies. Actually, I can go back and turn those off. Notifications. There we go. God, I reflexively checked mine. Hey, we all do it, right? Pavlovian conditioning, man. Your brain just doesn't even think about it. It just associates the sound with, oh, I must poke at phone. I must poke at phone to make the red symbol go away. Because our minds are amazing, deep things full of, like, possibility and wonder. Our brains are animal meat. Or dumb animal meat. Okay. Yeah, we got another quest over here. Is there a reason I didn't take it before?
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go.
That's just the go to the... That's just the, hey, you're probably ready to do 1,000 Needles quest. Here you go. So, I mean, hey, it's free experience. Alright, go talk to this knob goblin over here. Yeah, I think I saw him earlier when I was doing Venture Company Moiter. Or, well, previous stream, I should say. I'm going to assume he's in this wacky little goblin hut. Just a hunch. Whee! God, having slow fall is fun.
What's up?
Terrible what the venture company's done here. Goblin company hiring a gnome. Lucky for me. Yeah, you gotta love that. That's what he thinks is a sin, not the mass deforestation and environmental damage. No. The fact that a goblin company hired a gnome. That's the line in the sand. Get the Super Reaper 6,000 blueprints for Ziz and Stone Talon Mountains.
Be
Okay.
good.
What is... Okay. So we'll get the eggs while we're here. Or we could do a little bit of it anyway. One thing I wouldn't mind having is a counterspell of some kind. Preferably a ranged one, like Wind Shock is just amazing. But counterspell is good too. As is, well, I think those are the only ranged ones that are strictly... Excuse me? Okay. Also, I has anti-venom again. Very nice. Ooh, hello. You can cast counterspell like 500 times. Yeah, in a world where it only costs 2, huh? God, I remember back in the day in Magic playing when counterspell was still standard legal, and as was Isochron Scepter. Man, that was kind of brutal. Oh, it's the scaling of that heal is based off of the thing you killed. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You're sort of like composting the body, so to speak. Reminds me of that one ability the Paladins had in Diablo 2, Salvation. It was basically that the aura would mulch bodies in a radius around you and give you mana and health. Pretty good. Ah! I remember you spooked me the hell earlier. Come on, hit him. Thank you. Yeah. So much spider goop. So crisp spider meat. There's a pattern for that, but it's Alliance, I think. Because it's basically imitation crab legs. There's... And I know the crunchy spider leg... Yeah, the crisp spider meat is the pattern out in dust and whatever the spooky forest after Westfall. I don't remember the name of it at the moment. There's a crab leg pattern out that way. And like the Night Elf starting zone gives you the one for the crisp legs. What's the ichor for? It's for something because it's white. I just don't remember what. Geez, you get a lot of crafting components out of spiders. It's a little crazy. Now, back to the counterspell topic. I wouldn't mind a melee one, because I do find myself there. And if I had one, it would probably solidify us making this character a hybrid instead of a pure caster. But still, though, Smite. Smite demands you be a pure caster. It really wants you to sit there and just channel spells. I don't know. I might end up a fucking cat druid yet, I don't know. I want to say enchanting alchemy engineering reagent, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a white item. It has a use in something. We just don't remember what that is. I mean, you could always WoW hit it, I guess. I guess I gotta go up the back tread here. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Oh, yeah, I gotta kill these too, don't I? Whoop. Hey, ugly. Eat laser beams. Ooh, hello. Eh. Again, Pavlovian conditioning. I heard the sound of a ring pick up, and I was just like, ooh, ooh. Give, please. That means again, going to Diablo 2, the ever sought after sound of like talismans or gems dropping, or the resoundingly awesome hollow sound you get when a skull drops. Those are fun. Oh, there he is. XT:4. But first, I'm gonna smack this guy. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Damn it. Alright, hang on. Come on. Load back in, please. Come on. I didn't earthshock that hard, man. The server could handle it. Just getting constant login to game server. Come on. Let me in. Let me in. Come on. Okay, well, now it's officially offline, so that means it'll come back on hopefully soonish. If it doesn't, I don't know, maybe I'll pop onto one of the normal servers and just mess around with one of my higher level characters for a bit. Just play with builds, since I have a couple of 60s. Oh, nope, we good. Okay, we good. Okay, I'm all the way back here. Do I still have the blueprint drop? No. Okay, so I gotta go back. Not sure what happened there, but... There we go. Now, did it kill... Or did it, like... Did it, like, unmurder that one robot I murdered over here? Yes, it did. Dang. Okay, well... We'll go find the other one first, and then maybe we'll double back and he'll be back around here again. If I had to hazard a guess, that was something to do with the new invasions. Killed an elite, then the server rip. Did he attack the rock? Okay, that's one down. Whoops. Wrong button. Oh well, I need a mana anyway. Well, I mean, that's what you get for messing with demons. Amateurs. No problem, Neck. God damn. Ugh, one pull turns into 6. The beauty of aggro mechanics. Let's apply a little bit of this. A little bit of this. And a little break. Why you have to be mad is only game. Seriously. Oh, hello, crystalline cuffs. Probably gonna be better than what I'm using. Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, that one... Oh, that Crusade enchantment, though, is really good. Actually, it's not a higher item level. Oh, might actually not be better. Nope, that's not it. That is a robot, but it's a broke down or either inoperable robot. Where is that other robot? Can't hit me, I'm too fast. Ow. Okay, maybe he can. Not seeing anyone. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of those like single wandering enemy quests where the quest indicator doesn't really tell you exactly where they are, other than like, I guess maybe it tells you where their spawn point is. I'm not sure what they decide on when they say to show it to you. You know, like what was the decision back in the day to put the marker there? My only guess is, you know, again, the spawn point or something. Okay, here we go. Here's our boy. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. It's all done out here. Like, I get the idea that a lot of people are annoyed by stupidity. Believe me, I get that. But, like, I don't know, the vitriol that comes out of some people in response to stupidity. Which some of it is just, you know, hey, these people don't know what's happening because it's new. You know, it's... Photovolve and the Ratchet and the Barons. Okay.
Keep it real.
It kind of hurts, honestly, to see it. Like, I know people can do better than that. I mean, come on. Honestly, there's a lot of that in the world these days. People just not being kind to one another. And I'm not talking the perceived slights that a lot of people like to make up. I mean, like, legitimate, you know, not respecting that this is another human being. You know, like, just the respect of this is another human being you're talking to with hopes, dreams, and ambitions. And sure, they might be a prick, but they're still another person, right? Now, I do wonder, with having Righteous Fury, have I skewed my random spell pool towards paladin tanking abilities? Because that could be interesting. You don't get any of the really good ones for... You don't get any of the really good ones for just the, like, base class abilities. Although... Whoops. I say that... I mean, Hammer of Justice. Some of the defense abilities. Blessing of Kings. Seal of Justice is also pretty spicy. These are over-leveled. Yeah, nothing offensive in the slightest, really. Like, a lot of the paladin tank abilities that are actually, like, part of the rotation that make you tank are talent point expenditures, which is a strange choice. I gotta admit, that's like one thing I don't miss, or I didn't miss, I should say, back when they changed how the talent point system worked. The whole, you know, getting your class features only via talent points. That, only via talent points that, you know, took a lot of time to get investment-wise. Like, obviously, you need some kind of growth curve, but, like, at the same time, it feels better to have something that identifies your class immediately rather than not having it. Of course, then, but at the same time, don't constrain player choice to do it. Like, it's a fine line. At least in my mind.
Glory to the Horde. Go forth to
Hey.
victory.
Like, kind of like the difference between 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons and 4th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. I would say 4th edition of Dungeons & Dragons is a good system, and it's a very well-designed system, but it's a very closed system. It's a very, closed system is about the best way to put it, because they don't give you the guts of it open to let you mess with it the way you could in 3rd. However, as a counterpoint, 3rd was horribly broken in many, many ways. To the point where you often had to decide beforehand with your party, or with your fellow players, I should say. I mean, they're the party. They would be the party. You have to often decide what's, like, the power level of the game you're going to play. Because, like, if you've got characters that are in 3rd edition that are fighters and, like, rangers and a couple other classes, they're really low tier and not as effective compared to, like, a wizard who is basically Superman. Or, rather, Superman and Batman put together. You know, like, you could still run a really good game that has wizards in it as playable characters, but you better have other characters that fit around that power level curve, otherwise the wizard is going to steal the show at every given opportunity. Just by virtue of how good it is. But in 4th, the game was way more balanced. In my mind, though, to the detriment of the fun of some of it, though. Like, I do like the fact that they brought up a lot of the weaker classes, but they also, like, viciously stamped down the higher classes, which isn't fun. I'm always for buffs rather than nerfs in any given video game or tabletop game. Or just any game in general, really. I mean, people is always like, You know, people are always like, oh, power creep, power creep. Like, dude, everything advances, okay? Things grow. Stifling growth is just, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's just antithetical to progress. And I'm just like, why? It doesn't make any sense. But with, but, you know, if you keep growing the bottom line, then everything gets better over time. At least I think so. But, like, the big thing with third that I love to pieces is that they gave you so many tools. And they give you a lot of these tools in 5th edition as well, but they're not as complicated. They took, like, the design philosophy of 4th, but made it with the idea of it being like 3rd, basically, when they made 5th. Because 5th is open, but it isn't as, like, ludicrously breakable. And it doesn't have nearly as many moving pieces, but the moving pieces that are there are really efficient at what they do and are still really fun to use. Whereas with, you know, 3rd was open, but it was like the Wild West. It was just, everything was just absolute craziness. And 4th was, like, in comparison, like, freaking, I don't want to get too oppressive sounding, because it was still fun. Like, for example, as much as I didn't like playing 4th edition for actual Dungeons and Dragons, I loved 4th edition for playing Gamma World. That was really fun, because that system works really well for shorter, less narrative-driven games, and more like what I like to call the beer and pretzels experience for of a tabletop game, where it's like, you know, no one's really, like, people are taking it seriously in the sense that they want to play the game well, but, like, you know, it's really stupid, it's tongue-in-cheek, it's not serious, basically. You know, it's not about an epic story, it's about wacky misadventures. You know, that, to me, 4th was pretty good for that, because it made all the mechanical nuances, like, super noob friendly, which is fine. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who play 5th now who started playing in 4th because 4th was so noob friendly. But I'm glad they went back to a more, like, noob or experienced player friendly system, I should say. Because, like, it's still decent for the noobs. Like, in fact, 5th is probably one of the best D&D editions to get into as your first D&D experience. But, welcome back, Neck. I was just rambling a little bit about nerfs and buffs and game systems, and I got into talking about Dungeons and Dragons. You might want to go back in the VOD later, and if you want to hear all of it. But basically, the long and short of it is, I rather enjoyed. Ooh, that is a rare spawn. That's a lot of hit points. Glue! Oh, that's a long cooldown. Ow. No. Man, that anti-venom formula is really pulling its weight. Basil's Basher. Strength Spirit, one-handed mace. Okay. It's a mallet. But the, yeah, like, the long and short of it is I liked 3rd edition because it was really open and it was really malleable, but I fully embraced the fact that it was broke as fuck. And that you often had to have, like, prior to the game agreements on how to play it with other people, lest the really powerful characters absolutely trounce the really low-powered characters by accident, pretty much. Just because of the way the game worked. Fourth was really good for new players, and really good for what I call the beer and pretzels experience, where it was, you know, you're not taking the game as seriously, but you're just having a good time. And, like, you really want the game's mechanics to be, like, simplified. Not like, panderingly simplified, but, you know, you want to be able to go from 1 to 2 to 3 pretty simply without having to, like, cross-reference rules or anything, right? You're not trying to bamboozle the system, you're just trying to use it. And then fifth is, like, the natural balancing point between the two, where it's an open system, but it's a very approachable system that, you know, doesn't scare off the new players, but it lets them grow into the creativity, the creative, what would you call it? The creative, well, clearly more creative than I'm able to make with this sentence. The, you know, like, become the more experienced creative player that 3rd edition, appeals to. And or Pathfinder. So, speaking of 5th edition, just a slight topic shift, but still on the D&D topic. I don't think almost none of the level 20 abilities for pure casters, except Wizard in this particular instance, are worth it to me over taking 1 level of Wizard, due to the way Wizard works. The exception being Warlock, because they don't work quite the same way as regular casters do. But for all the other pure casters, like Cleric, Sorcerer, Cleric, Sorcerer, Druid, and to an extent, like, even Paladin and, like, Eldritch Knight even, Bard's a pure caster now. Yeah, Bard's a pure caster now in 5th. Well, it's a pure caster that can still do a lot of other things, but it actually has, like, full spell levels instead of, like, the weird partial spell levels it had in previous editions. Like, Bard was, like, the only 3/4 caster, whereas, like, you had half casters and you had full casters. Bard was, like, 3/4 caster, and it was very confusing. But, the 1 level of Wizard in 5th edition, if you're not already a Wizard, like, if you're not planning to go Wizard 20 anyway, I think is the best level, is the best single multi-class level you can get as a pure spellcaster. Now, obviously, your character needs a 13 or better in intellect, and you probably want to be able to get to 20, which is a divergence probably from your other casting stat, but you would, you know, this would be the kind of character where you put 20 in 2 casting stats, because you want to cast 2 different schools of magic to a very high degree. But, the idea being that Wizards in 5th are not limited by the spell level of their spell slots for what spells they can put in their spellbook. So, you know, because, like, you can put a spell in your spellbook, as long as it's a wizard spell, that you have no ability to cast. Due to the way multiclassing works in 5th, though, for spellcasters, you get, like, a universal pool of spell slots. Meaning you could, after you get enough levels in your other spellcasting class, cast your higher level wizard spells that you found, even though you're still only a level 1 wizard. Now, this does limit the amount of wizard spells you could have prepared in a day, because that is wizard level dependent, plus intelligence modifier. So the most you'd ever have is 6. But I mean, I would have 6 additional wizard spells on the spell list of any other spellcaster over whatever their level 20 ability is, because a lot of them, to me, are just kind of gimmicky. Plus, like, the level 20 ability is only going to be relevant for a very short period of time in the gameplay, versus starting as a level 1 wizard, or getting level, like, your level 2 being wizard, and having that benefit throughout the entire game. Just my thoughts, anyway. I'm just the guy who likes to cast all the spells. You know, ever since like Final Fantasy IV, where I first got to see a character that has both white and black magic at the same time, just being like, dude, that's awesome. You know, that just kind of stuck with me. Like Dark Souls 1, I played a caster that was... I started as a pyromancer, but then I went and grabbed intellect for casting, you know, casting sorceries. And then in Dark Souls 2, I was a caster that could just cast everything, which was really cool. Back here, you little shithead. There we go. Dark Souls 3, I wasn't particularly wild about the casting. Because they went back to having mana bars instead of having, like, spell slot casting, basically. And they also make you pay for your mana potions with your Estus slots. And at that point, I was just kind of like, dude, I might as well just stick with the weapons. Admittedly, the weapons in Dark Souls 3 have a lot of neat things going for them that are practically spell-like, so, you know, I didn't feel like I missed out too much. Restart in 15 minutes. Updates. Legion invasion updates. Account currency fixes. Text icon. Bunch of fixes coming in. Fixed insignia. Added alchemy book to artisans. And more. Should I bow out now? Nah, I'll wait till the update starts happening. It's 15 minutes yet. Oh, you're still around, are you? You're not a summon. Wow, all these misses. What the hell? Ah, this is why I typically don't level up on like equal level enemies, because then I can actually miss stuff and then it's obnoxious. Stretchy. If it isn't immediately obvious, I only got up about a couple hours ago. So I need one more Daughter of Cenarius and two more of the Botanists. Okay. daughter of Cenarius. So I'm glad you're not magic resistant like you are in freaking Warcraft 3. Said as he resists something. But I'm pretty sure in Warcraft 3 you literally couldn't hit them with magic damage. So, you know. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the Dryads came about as a burning, or not burning crusade, Frozen Throne to deal with caster spam. Because that was a big thing in Warcraft 3 Vanilla. Was just make all the spellcasters. Server restart, the world is ending. Repent, repent. Yeah, that's what some people do. I need 2 more botanists. See if I can get this done before the server reset. And then from there, I don't know what I'll be doing. Because then it'll be done. And then I'll be done Stone Talon. Unless there's some follow-up quests from the ones I'm about to turn in, which probably will be. I could do this Harpy's Threaten quest, and then go back to the Barrens and head towards Baal Modan and doing those ones. Okay, nope, nope, don't go there. That's probably a quest NPC that will probably piss off everyone ever if I attack it. Hey! Well, at least I'm not named after a bodily emission. Where are all the botanists? Oh shit. Yeah, she actually took off my Righteous Fury earlier. Bugger. Actually does do that, actually causes me to take 2. That actually does cause me a little bit of issue because that turns off some of my talents that I've very specifically put points into because I have that ability. Black metal short sword. Interesting. Name is not living up to the... model is not living up to the name, though. There we go. Last botanist. Damn it, get back here. There we go. Alright. Make our way back to Stone Talon Town, or whatever the heck it's called. Sunrock Retreat. Turn in those quests, probably done. Probably time to let the server reset, stop the game. Might stand up and take a little break, stretch and all that. Huh. Does anyone else, like, hear, like, wing flapping? Oh, that's gone now. Hmm. So we're gonna get a less interesting level, level 25. Will be just a talent point. Those areas have very tiny wyvern critters that could have been making the wing noises. Oh. Okay. Could be it. Although, are you sure that was a thing in Wrath? Because I remember the Cataclysm made those, like, the charity store vanity pets. And, like, they started using that model in the game for things. In vanilla, the wyvern hatchlings were just really small, normal wyvern models. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell I didn't really quest out here a whole lot, so... You know. Man, a lot of people making a deal with the devil, not thinking it would bite them in the ass. And then bitching about it. Yo, I got pine cones for you.
You wish to speak? Winds be at your back.
Yay, tree.
How may I aid you?
Plant, guy, season guy. Okie dokie.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Glory to the Sindorai. Be ready for anything.
Huh. Okay, well, have something to do out that way. God, we're never going to end up going south, are we? We're just going to keep going north. Oh, well.
Speak, friend.
Let's see. Spider guts, spider guts. Whoop, nope. Hang on to that. Sell that. No. Sell that, sell that, sell that. I mean, I could go sword and, like, hammer, but don't really need to. Sell, 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 sell. Lots of stuff to vendor. Nah, man, that spell power. Oh, interesting. Oop, silk, hang on to that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting
Your
holy
blades
fire.
never dull.
That would be pretty good. Mostly because it scales off a lot of the same stuff Smite does, and then, you know, just a great opening move. I mean, who doesn't want to call in a kill sat from freaking, from God, you know? Okay. in the meantime, we can poke around. Are you the one I had Holy Nova on? I think so. Oh, all my points are unspent. I'm pretty sure I had. Yeah, I was like the int stacking build, wasn't I? Yes. Mostly because that's a really good. That's like just a really good caster stat build. Why have all my talent points spent? Yeah, Ballast 6 and Ballast Druid. You don't get them until level 10, so you get level 10, level 11, and I'm level 43, so I should have 20. No, 43. I should have 33 points. So 6. 6 and 3 is 9. 15. 15. 18. 25. 32. 33, and I guess maybe I miscounted. Yeah, I miscounted, so that's fine. Okay, so put all of her points into intelligence. So we have a big brain. Now, what the hell was I doing on this character? Now, where's the person I turned that into? No. No. Where in the devil? Oh, there you are.
Time is money, friend.
Hello. What the hell was I doing on this character? Login surrounded by empty alcohol bottles and naked corpses. It's like, ah, Saturday night. Gotta go all the way to bloody Arathi to finish this quest line? Oh man, not again. Ugh. Yeah, no thanks. What are you? Head of Bangladesh. Oh right, yeah, he was giving me problems because I kept I kept going before I could kill him. Cause like Bugger has a lot of life. And wait, what quest are you guys giving me?
Interesting.
Pilgrim's Bounty. Oh. Eh.
Keep it real.
Eh. Don't really care. Ooh, I have mail. So am I still randomized? Okay, I'll just hang on to those, I guess. Oh boy, I got a lot of inventory to fix up here. Good lord. Oh god, all the cheap shots. You're a vendor, right? Yes. Hills of Stranglethorn. Yeah, this character was halfway decent. Diamond O would be the kind of guy to have golden buckles and buttons on his boots, right? I'd say so. Just ostentatious as fuck. Now what? Oh, right, my... Right. Okay, well, I'll leave them there, I guess. Hire me and you will get all this. Sounds about right.
Be good.
What other quests did I have? Green Hills. Yeah. Chapter 3. I literally only need page 20. Can I... Yeah, I'm in high risk. I'm not an Iron Man, so I can buy... items in the auction house. This is the bank. Okay, I need the auction house. Can you tell I didn't spend a lot of time in Booty Bay in the retail? God, everyone running around with fucking ridiculous, over-the-top transmogs. Quest. Search. Nope. What's the best way to farm a bunch of things? Just to get a... I suppose... There's like that one area with the trolls. Somebody's having fun. Yeah, I got lockpicking on this character. Didn't think I ever got a very high level though. Yeah, 101 out of 215. Not my highest priority. Out of the way. Oh, that one's arcane missiles. I was wondering which one's arcane missiles and which one's moonfire. And why do they have the exact same icon? Follow me. Just gotta do this. Requires a... Finds a door that requires an obscure key or 250 or 225 lockpicking. Fuck! Yeah, that would be problematic. I don't think, like, progress was ever really gated by lockpicking in World of Warcraft, ever was it? It was only ever just for loot. I mean, there was like, I can think of like one dungeon where there was a shortcut if you had lockpicking. The one thing I could think of, something in Burning Crusade, the one with Red Blackhand at the end? You know, the pinball wizard? God, I would love life tap on this character. Although, actually, speaking of, I don't think I'm still randomized on this character. Or, draft mode. So, Pitbull Kargath, that's the one. So I have 2 ability essence. Let's see if I can buy a spell. Hey! Neat. Okay, so I now have life tap on this character, which is kind of bonkers. Where's a good spot to put it? Yeah, I don't need arcane missiles. Eh, you go over there. You've been banished off the hotkeys. Okay, so it's only giving me a little bit. Do I have a book? I should have a book. Here we go. Activate that. Pets. Companions. Summon my book. Oh man, I was really behind. Holy shit. Okay, well that's gonna significantly improve the character. Holy crap. Why was I so behind? I'll put you away. The incessant sound of your flapping book pages annoys me. But, yeah. I was really behind there. Not sure why that happened. Because it's not like it costs anything to, it's not like it costs anything to level up. What the? Wild turkey. Huh. Okay, I guess one of the seasonal events is firing off? Or not? I'm confused. Yeah, Thanksgiving holiday event, yeah. Which confuses me because, you know, Canadians already had ours earlier in the year. I think we can... No, those are all gorillas. Woohoo! Thanksgiving! Where have you Yanks been? We celebrated it like a month and a half ago. Like, what's wrong with you? I know there's like a... I know there's a couple areas with a lot of densely packed mobs. Somewhere around here. Oh god. You've been ambushed. Holy crap. That that upgrade was sorely needed apparently. Holy shit. That just like cleaned it like half of his health. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I crit if that just one-shot him. Like holy shit. Okay, this is where I want to go. Yeah. Hey. All the numbers. Come on, Stranglethorn, page 20. Page 18. Damn! I would love to know how there's more than one copy of the book, by the way, floating around. You'd think you'd only ever find each page once. Oh, hey, neat. Yeah, I don't know about... I don't know, how much I'd be able to... Well, I don't know how much I'm willing to invest time in playing a character that isn't on the, like, limited time servers. But, I mean, I'm just having a bit of fun, waiting for those to come back online. While staying, you know, on the game I'm playing on the stream. All the damage. Damn it. I would love to get that one page before we see if the other server's back online or not. Would I make this character spirit stacking instead of int stacking? I don't know. Spirit stacking is pretty good, but it's also more of a healer focus. Ow. As you can tell, the randomized gods were fickle with this character. I have very, very divergent class abilities. I guess while I'm fooling around with it, can put an extra point there. Make it a little more efficient. Whoops. Wrong button. Haha. You can't hit me. Yeah, that is... I didn't ever realize Holy Fire was such a bloody powerful spell. I mean, I guess with a cooldown it should be. Like, I'd love to know the like, development logic behind Holy Fire. Like, did they expect priests to not level with Shadow, first and foremost? And secondly, did they expect holy DPS to be a thing? Because I don't think they did. Like, I don't think they gave the holy spec and or the disc spec enough tools to make holy damage a thing. Because they always focused on giving Shadow Priests more abilities if they were... Actually, you know what? Since I got all these ability upgrades, maybe I can handle taking them out. Hello. What was I saying? Right, like I wonder why they bothered giving priests such a powerful holy damage spell when the holy spec was never made for damage. I guess maybe they were just doing it back in the day for, like, flavor, aesthetic reasons rather than just pure mechanical, you know, efficiency. Finish the dark leather shading and highlights of very expensive boots and shading highlights on the green cloth. Nice. King Banglash. Alright, let's get juiced up first. Holy shit! Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to kill this guy this time. I notice his buddies haven't aggroed me yet, so if I just leave them alone for a hot second. Okay. Give me your head. That feels good. Getting that done. That was like a big... That was a big cock block, pretty much, for this character. Oh. More int. Of the biggest brain. I like a plain horse mount sometimes. Rift had, like, Rift Plains of Talara, that game, had, like, the most... had the most beautiful chocolate black horse for, like, one of the first horses you could get. And it's a shame that it doesn't scale with your mount skill, because almost all the mounts do after that point. Because I'd love to just ride around on that horse in that game, just, you know, well, I should say I would have, because I don't play that game much anymore. I would have loved to have, excuse me, Samantha Swifthoof. You know, I would have loved to have had that model, because it was just, like, someone... That was someone's love project. That model. That was someone's passion project.
to meet you.
I guess this is worth more.
Off with you.
Okay. Damn, that's a lot of experience. Alright, we're gonna go back to Stormwind, and then we're gonna go back to the other server. Hopefully it's up. It should be. Have our brief little interlude. Why are there wild turkeys in the inn? Are they all over the city? No. Just a couple of random ones in the inn, I see. Okay, then. Wait, what the? They turn into cooked turkeys. I don't remember them doing that. Oh my god, that's so funny. Why am I not getting... Ah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Did not remember them turning into cooked turkeys when you killed them. That's amusing. Man, that'd be convenient if it was really like that. Okay. I guess we'll go down here and do that stuff. I mean, we'll see what the level of the mobs are like. If they're starting to be, like, higher than me, yellow and orange mobs, I'll, back off. Go back, do the Baron stuff. Pretty close. We'll probably get our level up before we turn in the quests that we're working on at the moment. Unless we really blitz through them. Which we might. You never know. Oh, right. To get up there, you gotta go all the way out of Sunrock Retreat and go all the way around and yada yada. Yeah, I mostly remember this for leveling because this is... Because, one, I had to come here as Michelozzo back in the day for the enchanting trainer. Because before he was a scribe, because that wasn't a thing in the beginning. And before... Yeah, because at first he was a tailor chanter. Then he was a tailor miner for a little while, just because, like, I got sick of the enchanting. I think. Was that right? I think so. And then he was, I believe, a tailor scribe in the end. Because obviously I had alts to power the herb expenditure of the scribes. But I'm, you know, getting up here to get the enchanting. Right, I stopped him being an enchanter because I had another character who was the enchanter tailor. And then Michelozzo got to branch out and to do other weird things. Right, right. Now I remember. But the, you know, back in the day when he was the enchanter tailor I had, because he was the only character I had, I had to come up here to get the artisan level enchanting, I believe. So then I was just like, well, I gotta be up in this area anyway to hit my artisan trainer, so I might as well just go quest around here. And so I did. And I ended up in Desolus, where I got entangled in centaur politics, otherwise known as picking a side and murdering everyone of that side. GMs, I keep losing and gaining 3% crit. Something's not right. Yeah, that is a little weird. RNGesus, help me with Wind Fury. Unlike his namesake, RNGesus has no love for anyone who worships him. For he does not hear them. He is a blind, number-spitting god. And nothing more. Oh, hello. Wind Spirit Staff. Stamina in loads of spirit. Higher level. What's the enchantment on it? Damage of Whirlwind, which I don't have. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much a straight upgrade, so, you know, woo. That's always a good thing to get. Ooh. Plains Ring, stamina 8, int 3. Not bad. What the? Okay, for a hot second there I thought I was about to be jumped by somebody. Because, like, I didn't expect a Curse of Weakness to be coming off of a fire elemental. That seems very out of character, if you will. Okay, yeah, probably replace that one. Although, yeah, I kind of want that ring. I can't keep that ring forever, but I do want it for now, so, yeah. That's a bit of an unrelated and extreme reaction to a game bug, but okay. Neat. Why are those quest sparklies so big? What the hell? No. None of that stun me bullshit. Thank you. Put on our game face. Hey, level up. We get our talent point, we get our ability points. I'm going to invest a little more in stamina than intelligence, since our mana is much bigger than our health anyway. And I think this is the last level of... yeah. Reduce all damage taken by 6. Reduce chance to be crit by melee by 3. That's pretty good. Just reapply that just in case. Safety strats. There we go. Whoops. Boop. No. Oh, I missed. Cool. Zircon Band of Arcane Resistance. Not exactly amazing. Mana Potion, though. I will never say no to a free Mana Potion. Skill Cloak of Healing. That might be a good upgrade. Plus 7 spell power versus 5 spell power and 4 stamina. That is a spell power increase. I lose some health, but worth. And it kind of matches my top a little more, too. Neat. Where's this staff come from that I'm using when I'm planting the seed? That's a good question. Wow, that's a risque quest name. You can tell that's one that they added, not that that was in that was not in base World of Warcraft. You know, I'm not the kind of guy who says that those kind of things shouldn't exist, like that kind of joke. But like at the same time, I'm also the kind of person who's very wary of the fact that you probably shouldn't be using them anyway. Just saying. Ooh, hello. Haunting Blade. Big old... Very slow. Big old sword. Not bad. If I really wanted to, I could macro or just like... not macro, but hotkey switching to that whenever I Sinister Strike, but... no, not my kind of effort. What I don't understand is why do people want to be fell-touched Ironmen in Battlegrounds? Like, why? The whole point of the Iron Man experience is to get to level 60 without dying. That's, you know, going to Battlegrounds and dungeons, that's a different experience. I don't know. Some people just want to have it all, I guess. Well, at least with these absurdly big quest sparklies, I know where to go. Come on. Oh, there it is. Man, something wrong with people that, okay, maybe not wrong, but, like, in my mind it seems a little silly to want to PvP when your character and your opponent's character only has one life, right? I don't know, maybe just me, but it seems very, like, it seems very sus to me. I mean, I've done it, And I regretted it because I died. But I have tried. But, I don't know. I mostly tolerate the whole I'm open to PvP thing because, well, honestly, it's just the way I'm used to playing World of Warcraft. I've never been on a server that doesn't have spontaneous PvP on it, so it would feel very disingenuous to me to not have that. Oof, I am Zweihander of the Bear. Yeah, mana economy. That's the big thing I need right now. Plus, you know, the whole high risk gets the, like, dungeon level drops in the open world. That's pretty good incentive to do it. Oh, this is the same DPS anyway. Although Sinister Strike would do more damage with the sword, just because the sword's base damage is so much higher. Its DPS is the same though, just because of the super slow swing timer on the sword. Uh-oh. Okay, they're not, Boys weren't paying attention. Whatever, dude. Love to know how they found me. Might have just been an accident, but I do seem to be really out there, and them to specifically pick me out seemed a little sus. Oh, hello. In Spirit Cape. Eh. You know, I wonder a little bit about that guy that I just passed. I wonder, like, how much did he think about that statement he just made to me after him and his buddy couldn't gank me? Like, is it just pure reflex and he doesn't really understand or care that the word he used was not something to be used as an insult, really? Or is it like a case of, you know, projecting? You know, is he and then he doesn't want to be and he sees that word as an insult because of that? Like, projection kind of thing. Does he... Like, does he... Like, is he in such an insecure place that he has to... that he has to do mental gymnastics to account for the fact that he basically failed there because he didn't Him and his buddy didn't pay attention to the fact that I'm an Iron Man, and thus cannot be ganked by non-Iron Man. You know, like, is he just trying to put the blame on me for not being a proper victim, basically? Or was he just a prick? There's always that possibility, too. You know, Occam's razor. The simplest answer is often the correct one. Ooh, hello. That's an interesting effect. Melee attack power increased by 45. Armor reduced by 290. Immune to fear. That's kind of neat. That's a curse I wish I could almost put on myself. That'd be pretty handy. Oh, my freaking superpower. Kind of wish they'd make the conjured food item work the way the higher level ones do, where it just gives you both on this server. That'd be nice. Oh well. God, so many. I guess people just like the idea of possibly, like, being responsible for screwing over someone else's playthrough. Which, I mean, seems kind of sad, but it's also, like, I guess part of the experience. You know, it's the same reason people invade in Dark Souls. It's the idea of being the villain of someone else's story. Again, I can understand it, but it seems like this Fell Touch thing, everyone's coming out of the woodwork who wants to be like that. Which is crazy. Ooh, I think I got shoulders that aren't grays. Shoulders. Yep. Straight upgrade. Always love finding those. It's always the problem with games like this, is there's so many times where you can't find straight upgrades anymore, and it's just like, it's always such a hassle to upgrade your stuff when you just want to. I lose some wrist damage off my wrist, but fuck it. I need to start improving my item level, otherwise I'm not going to get anything good. Because they wanted to make sure people were actually improving their gear instead of just farming the highest level areas once they got there with, like, naked mage characters, pretty much. Because when they first introduced this system, like, before I even played, that was apparently a problem. Like, it's a clever solution, but it wasn't the way they wanted people to be playing, which I can respect. I wonder if this visual stacks with the power infusion visual, because I think it's the same one. But, like, if it happens twice, if it would be, like, even thicker and more ridiculous looking, that'd be awesome. I mean... Oh. Damn. I was just gonna type in chat there, someone mentioned that whole Minecraft mental misstep they had there. I was gonna say, well, if you had the ability to dig in, like, tunnel into dirt and make, like, fortifications and stuff, yeah, it'd be a pretty damn good escapability in World of Warcraft. Leech pants. I think those are better than what I'm wearing. Maybe not. Again, might have to just for the item level, though. Yeah, I lose a lot of int and lose some int and stamina, but I gain a lot of spirit, which I don't really use, but I mean, hey. And the enchantments don't mean anything, but I will wear them because item level. Oh, hang on. 24 point bunch of numbers. Okay, so we're on par for our item level. So we should start getting more and more drops to further improve the character. You know, get drops that are relevant instead of just random anything blue. Hey, a mana potion. And bonk. Okay. Put on my game face. LG fists. I think I know what those ones are. Strength, stamina, hands. Don't really help, except they do give me a lot of stamina and a lot of armor, which I did lose a bit of, so yeah, put them on. But we're definitely seeing the drops increase now, so that's good. Alright, I need 2 more harpies, and then I need 7 ambushers, which I just clearly have not been running into. How do you keep Jandis Baroff from banishing your tank and murdering everyone? I think that's a case of someone was tanking that wasn't supposed to be tanking, and then the tank got treated as a secondary target. Yeah, okay, there's those guys that do that. Weird. And then your secondary target... And then the secondary target ends up tanking, and then, you know, everything goes to shit, as it tends to do in a pug, or even just in a group in general. It's always interesting with the design of MMOs, or at least post-World of Warcraft. I know some of them were a little different before that, but definitely post-World of Warcraft, they're all kind of this way, or at least a lot of them are. Is the idea of, like, the Holy Trinity, you know, tank, healer, deeps, and the fact that it's like such a fragile pyramid. Like it's very eggs in one basket strategy, where it's like, you know, you got to keep the tank alive at all times, otherwise everyone else just folds like tissue paper. Which, you know, it does work. But like it's almost like the failures almost always seem the same, right? The tank dies, the healer dies, all the DPS die, in like pretty much in that order. And we can ditch that. Oof, I need a vendor. But I need to finish this quest first. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go sell stuff. I think I have some other equipment I need to swap out. I've just not been paying attention. So I think we'll go do that. Since I don't want to be dropping all of these items that I could be selling, just because I keep picking up new stuff. You know, like I could sequentially improve the value of my bags by picking up stuff that's more valuable until my bags are full of the most valuable stuff, but then I'm also not getting the money of all the things I dropped along the way. I mean, I ain't gonna be buying those 8 gold 12 slaughters if I don't make a lot of money. Yeah, I mentioned this before, but the whole... Like, you can accidentally roll into being a healer, and you can very easily accidentally roll into being a DPS, but you have to kind of very specifically roll into being a tank. Which a lot of people probably don't bother with. So, what would be good as our next roll? Like, I do feel like we need a little more for damage in terms of abilities. Like another instant cast, or if we're going to be the hybrid model, other melee abilities. But if we're going to stay the caster model, which I kind of prefer if we did, another instant cast. I don't want to go for a damage over time effect, though, because, well, one, I've played that to death. You know, most of my casters are dot casters in most games I play. But, you know, where it's an option. But I think direct damage is better in this situation than any sort of damage over time. Just because, like, I've got so much burst damage or direct damage anyway, I might as well just stick with it instead of trying to do both. Plus, a lot of the dots in this game are shadow. Most of the direct damage I have is holy. That means I'd have to be speccing in 2 different directions, and yeah, it's not worth it. But other than that, we're definitely looking for mana economy. We need, like, evocation. We need, well, I need to put points into arcane, into, like, clear casting, which I could probably start doing next level, just so I start getting some spells for free. You'd be surprised how much that, pays out in the end. But the, you know, there's quite a few things I could be doing. I could use, I should say. But I have a lot of things I can think of I couldn't use. Like, I don't want any hunter abilities. Like, I definitely don't want any hunter abilities. I don't want any,
Ancestors watch over you.
I don't need any hunter abilities. I don't want any... Like, I'm a little iffy on getting any warrior abilities now. As much as I would like some melee, I think I'd prefer getting rogue stuff, just because I have rogue stuff. But, I mean, at the same time, I do want to do something with my rage bar. I don't know. Still thinking about it. Lots of good stuff. No. No. Nope. I probably should. Rip super effect. I will find you in the future. And I will put you on as many pieces of equipment as I can. But for now, I have to wear different boots.
Strength.
Okay. Time to go back into the harpy killing. Just charged into a mob, clipped through a rock, and fell through the map. Rip. Oh, well. Oh, boy. People attributing value of a person to follower count or viewer count or subscriber count or whatever. I know we play video games, and the oldest goal, perhaps one of the noblest goals of playing video games, was to acquire a high score. But that's not how the value of someone in real life works. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that. Even people who don't play video games. Oh shit, he got killed by Tokyo Drift. Man, if that was a drop, that's pretty good drop. But that's also the possibility, because it's a bloody item, that some poor bastard had that and then he killed him for it. So like, ugh, that's unfortunate. Just a nice, casual wolf ride. Back to the quest. Ooh, hello. Death Speaker Scepter. Ooh, spell power 9. Damn, I wish I had kept that wrench quest item from the from the Samoflange questline, because that's an offhand spellcaster dealing a bopper. And it would have been pretty good. Oh well. That'll be something to look forward to, at least. Blood Fury Ripper. Doesn't look like it's an elite that's a rare. Let me mana up first. I can probably take her, but I might not have to. But a rare mob, or an elite mob, does have a better spawn rate of drops in the open world than a normal mob. So it might be worth it. Glue! I'm getting a lot of mileage out of that glue. Come on, a couple more crits. Come on. Shit, she pulled a friend. Oh man. This is getting dicey. Okay, we're good. We're good. Don't interrupt me, thank you. Yeah, I'd be in trouble if I didn't have Sinister Strike just for some extra damage. Whew. No drop, but we can say we did it. That's important. Wind color. Where the hell are the ambushers? Oh, please don't be stealth mobs. I hate quests with stealth mobs. I mean, it makes sense they're called ambushers, but ugh, that's just obnoxious. Well, when in doubt, make a macro. Blood Fury Ambusher. Blood Fury Ambusher. That should work. Where'd you go? Oh, somebody killed her probably. Yeah. Oh, is that... Yeah, it's our friend from earlier. Whoop. Ooh. Thoughtbot will save you. What? What am I locking onto? Oh, there it is. You don't remember Thoughtbot? Oh. Now I feel like I should, but I don't. Who invited you to this party? It was Wowhead before there was Wowhead. Yeah, I don't really remember that, actually. I think I remember it running alongside Wowhead, but I don't remember it... don't remember it being a thing. Doesn't help that the harpy I'm looking for looks... That's a fun guild name. Mistakes were made. I think I might just go through and start taking out all the harpies. Trying to get the one I want eventually. Oh, here we go. Offhand caster dealy for when we use our new mace that we found. Awesome. Nope, just the one I killed earlier. Man. It's like the rarest mob for a freaking quest. Maybe the spawns are full of other mobs and I'm gonna clear them out. That's a mechanic, right? Knack has linked me something in Discord. Okay, that's vaguely familiar, but not like intimately so. No, because I feel like once I got really into the game and needed to look up a lot of stuff, Wowhead was a thing. Ooh, hello. Dream Singer leg guards. Caster pants? No, not caster pants. Melee pants. And significantly lower level pants, so no thanks. Pants. You ever just say a word so many times it loses all meaning? Donut baker. Huh. I don't know why, but I feel like that's somehow some kind of slang offensive term. There's an ambusher. They're like the really tiny white ones. Yeah. There's that fucking Ripper again. I don't want to fight that again. That was a complete waste of time. Hadn't clue. No, I know that is, yeah, that's a rogue ring. Another defense rating item. Oh, here's another one. all the crits. Come on. Oh, there's another fresh one. Geez, the targeting macro is very long range. Like most of World of Warcraft's combat occurs within like 40 yards. Hey, another one. You wouldn't think they'd let you target something that far away. Like, I mean, what would be the point? There's no ability that goes that far. At least I don't think so, anyway. Not that I've experienced. And, of course, more people disparaging the way other people play games. Because that's such a thing. Again, why you have to be mad is only game. It is what we do for fun. There's one. Right, of course she's in the back. So I gotta cut my way through all these other ones. Slag hammer is a big old beaten mallet. Very fast attack speed though for a two-handed mace. It's kind of not a good thing. Hey, on the topic of unabashedly greedy moves from Blizzard, okay. I believe I showed you that giant brontosaur mount that had vendors on it, right? I don't think so, actually. But let me guess, it's a new store mount. No, it isn't. Okay, go on. You have my attention. Come on. Where are you? It was available at launch at BFA. Comes with 3 possible passenger seats. Okay. vendor and an auction house NPC on it. I'm not even sure how that would work, but okay. Ooh, Death Speaker robes. Hello. Might finally have an upgrade for my chest. Well, not at this level, but it definitely will be. Nice. 5 million gold. Is that even an amount of gold that a reasonable World of Warcraft player would even have? $5 million gold, yes. Let me put it this way. All right. Enlighten me. There was a Spider Mountain Legion that was 1.5 million, and I played Legion a lot, and I never came anywhere close. Okay, so that's a 1%er mount, in other words. Hoping I wouldn't pull that one. It will no longer be available for regular purchase come Shadowlands. Let me guess. It becomes a cash shop thing after that point. Then it goes to the black market auction house. Which is that NPC auction house you told me about during Panda, right? Where it's like you can get a lot of like old rare, super rare drops that are cosmetics, but they're all ball-shatteringly expensive. And of course, limited supply. Ah. Okay, you're not. I thought you were an elite. Yeah, they have super rare items, and they're expensive, and they have a very deep pool that's rotated every day. Is it actually limited by, like, quantity as well? Where, you know, if someone else gets it, you're shit out of luck? Oh, there you are. Okay, Harpy's down. Turn that in, probably level up again. Although, I don't know. With normal experience rates, I'm not holding my breath. Oh, absolutely it is. Oh, lovely. So, well, now that's a dick move. That is a dick move. But how is that a greedy move exactly? Because a greedy move in my mind would imply... in my mind, that would imply, like, microtransaction or cash shop type thing. If it's literally just cutthroat game money spending, then that's okay if a dick move where it normally was a vendor item before. And now I know Blizzard has the whole token thing now where you can buy a credit for time in real gold. Or in game gold instead of real money. Or you can buy real money to get a token to sell for gold. Like, basically, they were basically cutting the gold sellers out of the middle. Cutting up the middleman with the gold sellers, basically, so that people aren't... Here's the greedy move. Get it now before it goes super duper rare and possibly more expensive and only one a day. Yeah, like, again, I know... I don't think that's necessarily a greedy move. It is, however, a dick move. I mean, we're splitting hairs, really, but... like, you know, that's still entirely possible to obtain with in-game mechanics. But it is also stupidly hard to do. And probably not very fun. Although, admittedly, 5 million gold, as you put it, is probably something out of most people's price ranges anyway. Which, you know, like... having something that costs that much currency in a game... and it's like totally... let me shit on Blizzard, dagnabbit. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And believe me, there's plenty of things for Blizzard to be shat upon. You know, there were plenty of things Blizzard will definitely need to have much fecal matter dumped on their head over. But I don't know. I don't think that is one of those things. Again, dick move, but not like ultimate sin of microtransaction greed kind of bad. Elite hit me for 7k. Feels bad. I'd say so. Damn. What did you bend over and what did you bend over and take your pants off? Holy crap.
Hail.
Ah, so close. Oh. Okay, well that was a quest mob.
We shall meet again.
Okay, so we go back again. Kill her again. Oh, better clean out our bags first. Clear her, kill her again, and then we'll have our next level. And by extension, our next randomized card draw for our abilities. None of you were, like, repair merchants? No? Okay, well, my stuff's probably not in bad shape. Oh, yeah. I mean, do items even... Okay, yeah, there's some damage on some of them. Not a lot, though. I was trying to remember, did
For the Horde.
items in World of Warcraft even, like, take damage?
What can I help you with?
Just from wear and tear, or was it always just, like,
Look tall.
Was it always just, like, death penalty damage? I'll hang on to that for now. Keep the beer stein. Excuse me. Actually, one of those rings. Nah.
Strength.
We're up to 20 gold. That's pretty good. We'll have lots and lots of bag money if we feel the need to spend it on that. What was I gonna say? Shit, I had a thought I was gonna go into, but I can't, Nope. Went in one ear and out the other. Oh well. Man, the level 60 Fell Touch must be just fucking chaos. So many people fighting each other. Nope. I am going to enjoy my Resolute Ironman experience at my own pace. And that will be super. No, don't spit at me. Damn it. I thought I got out of range. Oh well. Right. Okay. Now I remember my thought I was having earlier. It went out one ear. It went in one ear, out the other, but then it did a loop-de-loop and went back in the other ear. Okay. One thing I'll always question Blizzard on that. Hello. One thing I'll always question Blizzard on that I never quite understood from a design standpoint of their game is why didn't they make it that spellcasters scale off of their base stats inherently? To get base stat scaling as a spellcaster, you always had to invest talent points in it. Whereas if you were, say, a warrior or a rogue or a hunter, you scaled off of your base stats. You gained attack power from strength and agility, right? Oh my god, that empty cave you just found. What about it? Was that something important, or are you just blowing it up because it's funny? Oh, that was an old RP zone. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you gotta find your little cubbies of seclusion when you're trying to roleplay. Always was a bit of a problem with Horde, too, because there wasn't as many... The buildings for the Horde were designed to be a lot more practical than they were aesthetic. So, like, you know, there was, like, no, like, empty bar rooms and stuff for the Horde areas. They were always just all filled up with NPCs for purposes. Get you with my big stick. Yeah, only the Forsaken had usable chairs. But that's only because they were secondhand human chairs, right? The Horde stands. You're damn right. That or we squat. Oof, gotta love them crits. Making encounters nice and quick. But yeah, that was always something that confused the hell out of me in vanilla back in the day. The whole you know, like it felt very hard to level a caster because you weren't improving as you got better equipment, which is like antithetical to like every RPG ever. I mean, sure, you got more health, you got more stamina, or you got more stamina to get more health, and then you also got more stamina in the like actions over time sense by getting more mana, but you didn't get spell power. Your spells leveled up, but so did like Heroic Strike and Sinister Strike. of rogues and, like, you know, warriors and rogues, respectively. So, like, it didn't make a whole lot of difference. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use another glue here. Glue! Come on, give me lots of crits before she gets out of the glue. That was 2. Could have used more. Ow! Alright, I'm gonna put that away. Don't want to look at that yet. We will go 1 and 1, 2. Want to buff up my health a little bit. Okay. So we get Arcane Intellect or Purify, which isn't Cleanse though. Or Serpent Sting, which is garbage. Unfortunately, I think the only real choice here is Arcane Intellect. Which does kind of narrow us down to playing a caster, and more importantly, an intelligence stacking caster. Like that one I was playing during our brief little interlude when the server was down. So, probably learn Arcane Intellect then. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. There's just some visuals that happen if you're not on a mount. And, you know, they couldn't fire, because I guess they coded them like a spell? And, you know, you can't cast spells when you're mounted, so... But, I do have Arcane Intellect now. I got a couple of arcane spells, actually. So, we got ourselves 2 levels. Been going for 3 hours. It's not too bad. Especially since we've got a lot of this going on. This back and forth thing. Oh, we do have our badass new robe we get to wear. Which has way more relevant caster stats and a lot of crit. By crit strike rating by 12. Hang on. Yeah, that's like 2.8% when we're this low level. Now it starts decaying as you get closer to 60 until it caps out at 1% crit. But, you know, it's still a lot. You know, I never quite understood, though, why they didn't just make... Like, with the crit rating and the hit rating systems. Like, I never quite understood why they didn't just make it that the hit rate, like, those percentile stats just stayed low numbers, right? And, like, it was just the other numbers that got bigger. Instead of it having to be this, this thing where you gotta keep converting the numbers and shit. I don't know. It just seems superfluous to me.
What brings you here?
Attack power 12 wrist. Doesn't really help. Nah. So we take that.
Walk with the earth.
Okay. So we are good. I'm gonna just warp back to the crossroads. No, that's not where I want to go. Should probably set my hearth to Orgrimmar, since that tends to be where you want to go when you end the day. And, you know, main city, flight path to basically everywhere. Tends to be... Oh, pardon me. It tends to be where you want to be able to go on a whim. Although, that being said, wouldn't mind having teleports. One other thing I wouldn't mind is on this server in particular, or on this, I guess this modded server community, or whatever you want to call it, private servers. Yeah, private servers, but if they make another realm, I would love to see them do a realm where instead of randomization for the gimmick of the season, have it that we can still choose our characters' abilities. And have, like, so we can choose our characters' abilities like on the normal servers, only there's some sort of caveat. Like, one thing I'm thinking of is that if they forced you into, like, you're a multi-class of 2 classes only. You can only pick abilities from 2 classes, but you can pick any... Whoop. Uh-oh. Hang on a moment. Okay, well, I'm just going to jump onto our other character for a minute that I was playing earlier, just to have something to look at on the screen here while I do my little outro, and just finish my thought I was having there. And cook more turkeys! That is so silly. I love it. Anyway, what I was saying is, like, I'd love to see a server, or a realm on this server, where instead of having the randomization be the gimmick of your class build, having it be that, like, you get randomly assigned 2 classes, and those are the only 2 classes you can pick abilities from, instead of it being you can get abilities from any class, but you don't have the choice. Because, like, I'd love to see what people do when given limitations in an otherwise open rule set versus just having random results thrown at them. Like, I mean, that's still a cool thing too, but we've done that for like 3 seasons now. I'd like to see them do something else. But that's just me. As for the outro, thank you all so much for watching. We got another 2 levels on our orc that we're not playing at the moment because server uptime on a new server with lots of custom gimmicks is a bit of a bitch, apparently. But, that happens. We, as that Draenei crying outside can attest to, apparently. But we did get 2 levels on our orc. We got Arcane Intellect, which wasn't a huge get, but I mean, it does kind of point us more in the direction of being a pure caster instead of a hybrid character. And we're certainly getting a lot of equipment to support that too, so I might start getting into the habit of not using Sinister Strike actively, instead of like sticking back and shooting things and then just Sinister Striking if something does live long enough to get up in my face. Otherwise, just, putting things down with laser beams. What? Draenei? Stop ruining my immersion. I'm pretty sure that's a Draenei. Also, thank you, Sphinx, for the server returning, but I think I'll be closing for the day. What the fuck? Demonic portable transpolyporter. Okie dokie. Yeah, see? There's Draenei. Yeah, this is, this server is using Wrath of the Lich King client, even though we're locked at level 60 at the moment. But that's fine. But yeah, thought this was vanilla only. It is for content. It's using the Wrath of the Lich King, like, underlying game engine. And, like, and other than the server's own modifications, it's using, like, the Wrath of the Lich King 3.3.5 ability, like, ability mechanics and the like. That's one of the reasons why you can see abilities that we can't get yet because we literally can't level up enough. You know, like, there's Cyclone for Balance Druid here, which is the level 70 ability, except we literally can't get to level 70. You know, it's basically everyone on the server cannot buy the next expansion yet, because they can't support it yet. But, you know, that's a thing. But yeah, we got 2 levels on our on our Orc today. He's a bit roguish, but he's more a caster these days, and hopefully we keep getting the caster abilities and we make the Deadly Smite build at some point. Because I've never had it yet, and I'd like to. We did get some good equipment as well from the randomized drops. Wasted a bit of our sticky glue when we're down to 4 sticky glues, which is unfortunate because, you know, you never know when you need a sticky glue. 10-second root is kind of ridiculous. And, you know, as we've seen, it lets you kill elites that you probably should have no business killing just because you get to shoot at them for 10 seconds uninterrupted. And without risk of, you know, killing yourself. But other than that, look forward to playing this again. Maybe I might try another game next stream, if I stream like within a day or 2. Because I kind of want to save up the rested experience again, because I kind of don't want to do... I don't want to do vanilla leveling with no rested experience, because... Oh boy, that's a lot of experience you need to get. And, you know, I want to play this game in short bursts so I don't burn out, because this is a very easy game to burn out on. As is any MMO, really. Again, the Draenei outside knows my pain. But for the VOD viewers and for the couple of people that have been around for the live stream of this, thank you so much for watching. If you wish to follow me on Twitter, you can do so to get a more up-to-date indication of when I'm streaming, because I always tweet before I stream. I'm working on having a Discord that I could have people invited to as well that would give updates, but I don't have that set up yet, so I'll keep you up to date on that. If you're on YouTube, I would appreciate it if you subscribed, and if you do subscribe, hit the bell and all that. Like the video if you do like the video, and, you know, leave comments. It helps YouTube say, hey, this video is worth a damn. Let's show it to other people. And on Twitch, following there is good. It's about all you can do for me there at the moment, which is fine. You know, if you do follow on the Twitch, that would be most appreciated as well. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. And have a good one.